Hey guys, what's going on? Galactic Force Media here, and today we're just doing a quick video, or I guess an update of the Rebel Sabers beacon. And as you guys may or may not know, a few months ago we did a Rebel Sabers versus Ultra Sabers Cal Kestis Jedi Fallen Order style comparison, and the Rebel Sabers won. But you're probably looking at this and saying, hey, this is not what Rebel Sabers is selling on their website. And the reason why we're doing this video today is because we decided to take the beacon sold by Rebel Sabers and we decided to give it a makeover of sorts. So we did a weathering, and we just wanted to show you how you can make this your own. So unfortunately, I did not take a picture of the before. So we're going to show a picture of what it looks like on their website. It comes in a gunmetal. And it also comes in a chrome, so you have you can choose between the two. The reason why we have these two in there is just to compare and contrast. This is the Ultra Sabers version. This is fresh out of the box, and you can see it just it looks brand new. Like let's go into fantasy world for a second. Let's say you're a Jedi and you have your saber. This is what a brand new saber would look like. I guess you can say that. And, it looks brand new. And I didn't really, not that this is one of my favorite sabers. And I love Cal Kestis. I love the video game. And I love this version of Rebel Sabers, Cal Kestis saber. But as you can see, it looks worn and weathered now. And we did a very, very, very simple process and technique that you don't even have to be an artist. You don't have to have any creative anything. You can do this with your any saber you want, and it's just 3 simple steps. So I'm using the Rebel Sabers Quicksilver as a example. So this is fresh chrome. Let's get this one out of here. Yeah, we'll leave it here for. So this is fresh chrome, and this one had kind of a similar sheen to it. So what I did was I just took 400 grit sandpaper and I just lightly went over it. I went over it in all the areas that I thought would be a normal weather. Like if somebody was holding their lightsaber, where would the hands constantly be? If they're turning, like, what are the weather points on a saber? What's going to make it get worn the quickest? So we just took sandpaper and we just 400 grit and we went right over it. We just kept going over it, kept going over it, kept going over it. And eventually it got to this dull looking over here. I know you see on the camera, it looks like there might be a little bit of a rust in there. We'll get to that. But it just became dull. And after that, I took 2 very cheap paints that I bought in, I don't know if you guys have a Michael's. It's like a craft store. I took 2 cheap paints made by Craft Smart that were in, I might have even gotten these on clearance for maybe $1 each. And this is a bronze. And this is this one is called a burnt orange. And I did a little mixing. And I just lightly brushed. So after sanding, so this is fresh. After sanding, we made it dull. And then we brushed it on in the places that we thought a Jedi would hold and where it would get weathered naturally. And after brushing it on, we wiped it off. We just gave it a quick wipe. And as you can see, I mean, I don't know how the camera is picking this up. But as you can see, you could still see the original color. And then you have a little bit of the burnt orange or the bronze underneath. And because this has grooves, see, if you look at the Ultra Sabers, it has this texture on here. Rebel Sabers was smart, and they didn't put a texture. This was a chrome gunmetal texture, where this was a wrap, like a plastic or a metal wrap around it. So this would be much harder to weather on the Ultra Sabers. But if you look at the grooves, all that, we'll call it dirt. Let's say in real life it was dirt, okay? You're gonna get all that dirt stuck in those grooves. Even up here, you're going to get all that stuck in those grooves. Where if you compare it to the Ultra Sabers already, they painted on the inside. If you look at the comparison. they already painted inside these grooves. They painted up in here already, whereas Rebel Sabers did not. So it gives it character. You just got to paint. You got to paint. It's just a simple weathering technique. And I must say, out of all of the sabers that we currently own in our collection, this is by far the coolest looking one. It's the conversation piece right now, next to the Hidden Hope, of course. But this is the conversation piece. Wow, is that how you bought it? And you tell them this was a 5-10 minute weathering process. You can even go as far as, I mean, this is a little bit of more of an intermediate technique, but you can make it where this can appear burnt, not burnt, but if you look at Kylo Ren's saber, he has the pink and the blue burn marks. That's for a different tutorial altogether. But overall, cheap paints. Brush on, wipe off, get it into all the grooves, even up in here. And it still works. So just to go over again, this is kind of what we don't have another beacon to compare it to, but this is kind of what it looked like originally. This is the Rebel Sabers Quicksilver. This is kind of what it looked like originally. We took 400 grit sandpaper and we went over it. We went into the areas that we knew were going to be weathered or be handled the most. And then we turned it into this by using simple weather techniques. And now it has that rust old age look. And if you compare it to the Ultra Sabers did not really give us the opportunity to weather the saber itself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you wanted to customize your Rebel Saber or any saber in general, cheap paints, an awesome hilt by Rebel Sabers. Again, this is the beacon. This was originally gunmetal. You can see it on their website. And we turned it into something that is one-of-a-kind custom for our collection. So we hope you guys enjoyed the video. We hope to see you on the next saber vid. Hopefully we can get some new sabers out to you guys soon. You guys enjoy the rest of your week. May the Force be with you. www.rebelsabers.com